Yeah, I really need to stop needing to make these kind of videos. In case you guys didn't know, earlier this year, my eye exploded. You guys killed me off and I got called Demo Man for like an entire month. As you guys can tell from the title of today's video, yes, my neck exploded. Hence the neck brace and me not making videos for almost like 3 weeks, which is the longest like YouTube hiatus I have ever taken in like the past 3 or 4 years. Anyway, how did we get here? Let me tell you guys how this all unfolded, okay? You might want to sit down because, yeah, this is probably going to blow your mind. What had happened was I was in a car accident earlier this month where I got rear-ended at a stoplight, proving again the one so young adage that I tell you guys all the time, stay safe on these streets because literally these streets ain't safe. If you guys have ever been in a car accident where you've been rear-ended, then you understand that there's this thing that happens called whiplash. You know, you throw your head back and it snaps backwards, and then usually some pain happens either immediately or sometime after, but it's not fun. For me specifically, I woke up one morning feeling the most excruciating pain I have ever felt in my entire life, okay? No cap, no dramatization. I feel like I consider myself like pain tolerant. I don't like pain, okay? But like when it happens, I feel like I can tolerate it, okay? I grew up in a black militant family, okay? Where I got my ass beat and I had to play sports all the freaking time. I'm used to pushing my body, you know, beyond its physical limits and experiencing lots of forms of pain. However, this pain was on like a completely different level. And it makes sense once I went to the ER and I found out exactly what the injury was. After spending the entirety of the day in the ER getting all of these scans and taking all these drugs and just kind of sitting there in pain, the doctors came back and said that I have a herniated disc in my C6/C7, whatever that means. And combined with that, I also have a bulging neck. I found this out because one of the nurses came over to me with the neck brace and said, "Hey, Steven, you have a bulging neck." And I was like, the fuck? A bulging neck? What are you talking about? Like my neck growing sideways? Like how does a neck bulge? Basically, in layman's term, okay, I didn't have a normal whiplash. I was actually talking to the passenger on my right when I did get hit. So when I got hit, you know, I was turning this way and then I got the whiplash and went boom. Yeah, my vertebrae, my spine was twisted during the whiplash, giving me like a super extra like special whiplash. Anyway, you get it, okay? I got. Apparently the disc in between my spine is like protruding and leaning directly onto my nerves. Nerves being the receptors that tell your brain that you are in pain bars, therefore forcing me to feel excruciating pain every day, all day, even including now. As you can probably imagine, I'm losing my freaking mind. Physically and mentally. Like I haven't had a good night's sleep in like weeks. I can't go to the gym anymore. When I play video games, it's lost its flavor. Like video games aren't as enjoyable anymore. I can't watch TV shows or anime because for some reason it just hones in on the pain if I'm not doing something to distract myself enough. But most importantly, I haven't been able to make YouTube videos because every time I sit down and try, I feel excruciating pain, 24/7 discomfort, and it sucks ass. Now let me wrap this up, okay? The last bit of news that I'm going to tell you guys about this update is probably the most terrifying part of all of it, okay? It's pretty scary, so kind of just, you know, buckle in. There's a very strong chance that I might have to get surgery in my freaking neck in the very near future. The risk is that this specific injury, if left untreated or if it doesn't heal properly, that it can take away my motor functions, specifically in my right arm, my right leg, potentially my back. It can it can do some really bad damage to me, potentially even in the future, worst case scenarios, create some kind of paralyzation, which is, yeah, absolutely terrifying. The goal for literally this week, I made this video on a Sunday, is that tomorrow I'm going to be starting physical therapy where they're going to be trying to help me to heal more naturally and do exercises or stretches to maybe promote, I don't know, healing. And also I'm going to get something called like a cortisone shot or a steroid shot where they're going to take this big ass needle and put it into my vertebrae. And then hopefully they take away some of the pain so that in the next couple of weeks, I can, you know, make content. I can at least maybe go to sleep and rest and heal properly. Because so far I haven't been able to do so. And lastly, there are certain details that I cannot talk to you guys about legally for reasons that I'm sure that you guys can probably figure out on your own. Yeah, now you're all caught up, okay? All right. Now, take a deep breath, all right? Because I know that was a lot of information, okay? I know what you're thinking. You're like, Omni, dang, that's crazy, man. That's wild. It really is crazy though, right? Like 1 minute you can feel like you're on top of the world, and then like the next you're like 6 feet under it. Let's talk about the positives real fast, okay? I am grateful that the injury was not worse because according to the doctor, the injury was very close to being very worse where, yeah, I might not be here and definitely not making this video. I am also grateful that I am in a position where I could potentially heal, okay? Even if it takes months or years, if the potential and the ability to recover is there, at least the possibility, I can have like at least a glimmer of hope that this is something that I can push through. Those of you guys who are still at home watching this video or wherever you are, okay, I just want to say specifically, guys, I have never taking you guys for granted, okay? I've never taken for granted for what I do here on this channel or the special position that I've been blessed with to wake up every morning and talk shit with you guys about whatever's happening around the world. Like, I feel lucky and blessed every single day that that gets to be the thing that I get to do. And honestly, the physical part was one thing, but the mental aspect of not being able to continue to do this with you guys absolutely has just been breaking my heart into 1,000 pieces. It's been rough trying to basically wrap my head around the facts that that potential future could be coming in the near future. It's sad, but it is what it is. Okay, so fuck it, we ball. What happens now? I focus on trying to heal and get myself into a state where I can go back to some normality, where I'm making content for you guys again. If you guys want to support me, okay, and you don't have to or feel obligated to as well, but I do have a Patreon. This accident, this injury has actually already hit me like financially very hard, and there's a future chance that it could have even a more impactful hit to my income in the future. It's making a lot of things very, very unknown financially. I'm not going to create a GoFundMe or anything like that because I honestly don't feel comfortable with that. Like I feel like I can function albeit very painfully, but I would prefer that if you guys do support me, that I can give you guys something in return, you know, like some equivalent exchange. I want to at least try to attempt to keep working. And that's it. That's the update to the Omni lore, the news saga, where my neck literally exploded. I do want to say to you guys that I'm sorry for taking so long to make this video. I wanted to make it earlier and tell you guys how things have been going, but the pain has been immense. I've sat down several times to try to make this video, and then just like literally in the beginning of it, I just couldn't push through, which made it, you know, very sad. And I also wanted to know specifically what was going to go on so that I can give you guys a little bit more of a full picture without, you know, like scaring you guys into saying, I don't know what's going to happen. It's unknown. Today, I'm drugged up enough to kind of push through the freaking pain. And yes, if you made it this far and you listen, guys, I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry that I kind of put y'all in this position where it's scary. I'm sorry I had to be the bearer of bad news. I'm worried, but I'm also trying to stay positive as well. You know, I still have more it is what it is in the pocket because, you know, being sad is not going to help me to recover any faster. And then, hey, if this thing wants to take over my body and make me lose my motor functions, again, being sad about it is not going to make that stop. So I'm going to focus on trying to heal properly. And again, closing marks, I really appreciate you guys. Like, get some. I know now that when I make YouTube videos for you guys, that this is literally probably one of the purposes of me being alive, because not being able to do this for so long has been so sad. It's hurt me, depressed me, like in a very painful way, where I realized that this is what, you know, I feel like I'm maybe what I'm here for. And not being able to do that thing, which I feel like, which is a purpose, has been crushing my soul. So I'm going to do everything that I can to recover, to heal, and to fight so that I can keep, you know, making this stupid ass content with you guys, because I enjoy it, and I hope that you guys at home are, you know, enjoying it as well. So sorry for being gone so long. Dad had to get some milk, ended up getting into a car accident, so that's why I didn't come back later. You should probably see some videos from me either this week or next week. And if you are on my Patreon, if you do support me, I'll also be dropping some updates on there as well. So that's it. That's the video. I appreciate you guys. Sorry again for being the bearer of bad news, but also the good news is that I'm here to actually share the bad news, which means it might be a good news kind of thing. So yeah. Anyway, you know the drill, okay? Stay safe on them streets, because them streets are not freaking safe. I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon, okay? Don't forget about me. And yeah, peace.